my lovelies, it's Lunar Light Tarot. Welcome back to my channel, and hi if you're new. I am so honored to have you here with me today. So if you guys are watching this video right as it comes out, thanks for being so patient. Last week I did get into a roller skating accident. You know how it goes. So happy to be back though. Today's video topic is all about why are people so addicted to you? All right, I got this idea from messages from Lexi. She is an awesome tarot reader, and I saw her video and I was like, girl, I feel like I have to do the same topic. So guys, check out her video if you want to get even more messages. It was really awesome. But I have 4 piles here in front of me. We have woman holding a coin for number 1, Yin Yang for number 2, First Chakra, Archangel Michael for 3, and Appreciation as the 4th pile, all right? So you guys can go ahead and check this out. Of course, I have the OG reading for you guys as well, and that's going to be all about who is lurking on your social media. It's gonna be a really fun reading, guys. I have channel dice messages to go through. We got letter dice, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, all right? With that being said, I will see you at your pile, all right? Bye-bye. Hello there, pile number 1. If you chose the woman holding a coin card, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm starting off with the Tarot Illuminati today. And this is, of course, why are other people addicted to you, all right? Like, what about your energy is just so poppin'? Let's go ahead and see. So I'm seeing already with the Chariot card that you are someone who's very ambitious, someone who really goes after their dreams in life, and also has a lot of self-belief, all right? And you're not afraid to vocalize your own talents, your self-worth to other people. You're not afraid to vocalize your opinions. We have the Strength card in reverse. So to me, this is like, you don't often hold back. Some of you might say you don't have a filter, like you're just somebody who tells it like it is, and you're not rude or anything, but you know, people appreciate your honesty is what I have to say. People appreciate that you're real, you're raw, you're authentic, and you're such a go-getter as well. You also kind of have this energy to you where people can see that you've worked hard to get to where you are today, that it hasn't been all roses, it hasn't been, you know, an easy journey. Well, maybe it has been roses, but there's been thorns, you know, like to be able to get to this place that you are. And people really appreciate that there's this depth to you, there's this, you know, almost like a, not a wounded side, but you know, a side where it hasn't been so easy, all right? Because people see this energy and they're like, oh my God, are you just like the best all the time? And you're like, I had to work to get here. And because of that, maybe you are someone who's a little bit more closed off. Like you don't necessarily trust right away, don't necessarily make, not make connections, but like invest in connections right away. You need to see what people are about before you start investing in them. And people want to prove themselves to you is kind of what I'm getting. All right, now I'm looking at the Spiral Tarot. And I pulled these separately, guys, so I actually don't know what they say together. Okay. Yeah, it just seems like you're someone who is like almost a little bit unconventional. Maybe you have a little bit more of an alternative style, or I don't know, you're very stylized in some way. Or is that what you want in life is kind of unconventional? It's not totally, not necessarily the norm, but like you have a very interesting job, a job that maybe not a lot of people know about. It's like, wow, you're really forging your own path for yourself in a way that people maybe even sometimes don't understand but didn't expect. And it's really interesting. Yeah, you guys are not afraid to cut people off, to not work with people. You're not afraid to tell people that, you know, you're not feeling their vibe and why. People respect it because I think even when you do call people out, there's this energy like, damn, I feel like they did that for a reason. And I might have even learned something from this, from the other people, you know, people you talk to. You're definitely someone who's like known around your city in some way. I don't think that you, well, for some of you guys, it may be that you don't realize that you're known in this way, but people do recognize you out and about. Maybe you lived in a certain area for a while. People kind of know like who you are a little bit, or they've heard of you. Some people definitely keep tabs on you, people who used to know you, right? And they're still keeping tabs on you from afar. They're wanting to see like how you've turned out, what you're doing now, especially if you knew a lot of people around the time where you were kind of struggling. You've really come up now. I mean, you're chosen woman holding a coin. So this definitely tells me that you're about your business, you know? People have been paying attention to that. And it seems like you just have so many options here with the Seven of Cups. You're really someone who a lot of people see potential with, and you're not one to pick right away. You're like, I really got to see what people are up to. I really got to see what this energy is about. So you come off as somebody who has like a lot of different suitors, and people, again, there's almost like a sense of competition here, you know, and that's people can't like get enough of you. It's almost like hitting, what's that casino slots. Hello. Slots. It's like hitting the slots. All right. So why are people addicted to you? These are the Amira's Love Oracle for pile number 1. Why are people addicted to them? Gossip. Okay, like I said, there are most definitely people who are keeping tabs on you, people who are thinking about you, talking about you to other people. They're like, this person is hot. Have you seen how they came up? Have you seen what they've been doing lately? Have you seen their new hairstyle? Definitely. All right, we have mature man as well. There could be someone in particular, someone older than you. For some of you, this person's actually going to have blue eyes. I'm just like really attracted to the blue here. Some of you, this person is going to have blonde hair, even gray hair. There's someone who's older than you, or like literally an older man. For some of you, if you have a feeling that like your boss could be into you in some way, I feel like this could be a confirmation about that. And then triangle, like I said, there is most definitely competition. People most definitely feel that you have other suitors, or, you know, suitesses, you know what I mean, in that there's competition for you, all right? How many times can they say the same thing? We'll find out. I'm just kidding. All right. So let's look at the romance angels now. You deserve love. Absolutely. You are lovable. You know, you just come off as somebody who really not only just has their life together, but, you know, you come off as somebody who loves themselves, someone who's focused in life, someone who has things going for you. It's really attractive. Not to say that people who don't deserve love. Everybody deserves love, I believe. But this just makes you so attractive to a lot of other people. Why are people so addicted to you? Woman holding a coin. Release your ex in reverse. Yeah, it just seems like you've moved on from people of the past. Seems like you're really living in the moment. You know, you're doing your thing, especially if you do know people from the past. Well, like, wow, who doesn't know people from the past? People who have been like still like watching your social media and things like that, they've noticed that you've really moved on. Especially what I'm trying to say is people who knew you at the time you were like breaking up with an ex or was having trouble with an ex, like you weren't in your power or whatever. These people have now seen that you are like such a catch, and you've grown out of whatever stage, you know, you were in there. Okay, calling in your soulmate. Psh, oh my gosh, seriously. People just feel like you're a hot commodity, all right? Like you're about to be swooped up, you know, like your energy is so fantastic. Like you must be, you know, getting booed up soon. So people want to talk to you. People want to get to know you. People want to, you know, see what you're about before you end up off the market, all right? I'm gonna pull 2 more of these from the Soulful Woman deck. Why are people addicted to you? And guys, make sure to check out messages from Lexi. She's a person I got this video idea from today, and her video is awesome. Be sure to check out messages from Lexi. But yeah, true worth. Okay, my true worth is intrinsic and shines from my inner being like a sacred jewel of love and compassion. Seriously, self-love is one of your, if not the most attractive quality. Like people just know that you love yourself. You speak your mind in such a way that is so authentic, so honestly very helpful to other people. I think that you have a very transformative energy about you. You help people transmute their own negative energy through the kind of peace that you exemplify in your life. I'm, you know, kind of channeling. Some of you guys could have like red hair, blonde hair, all right, that's coming through as well. Dyed hair. But yeah, the voice is like a really big thing as well. People do like your voice and they feel like you just like speak the truth, you know? Okay, why are people addicted to you? Last card, and then we'll get some channel dice messages. Okay, all right, here we go. Boundaries, oh my God. My clear boundaries allow me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. Absolutely. This is one of the most attractive things, self-love and the boundaries that you set up for yourself. Like, people feel like you're a challenge. You know what I mean? People feel like they have to work hard. Well, not even just like work hard, but like, you know, kind of work to be with you, to get on your, you know, get on your level in a sense, you know? Not that there are like levels, but you know what I mean? Like, they feel like the chase is on when they're around you, all right? And it's really attractive because you don't just let anybody into your life. You know, you have standards and you keep them. What else here? Okay, let's go ahead and check out these channel dice messages. All right, we got a whole bunch over here. So what I'm gonna do is shake up these dice and we'll see what 3 messages you get, all right? What channel messages do we have for pile number 1 about why people are addicted to them and what they want to say to them? Oh, wow, we have 2 ones. Okay, interesting. I'm about ready to reach out and text you. Oh, interesting. So someone could want to text you. Someone could want to, you know, talk to you soon. This could be this mature person over here. And this doesn't have to be like, you know, like actually a man. This could be someone who's older than you and someone who's interested in you. I do believe that you probably know who this person is, or they're about to come into your life, all right? So let's see what 2 is, and I'll pull a couple more because I was ready to get like at least 3. All right, number 2 says, you're sexy, I can see us hanging out. Okay, go off, I knew it. Of course. Okay, what else do we got here? Why are people addicted to you? All right, 5 and 6. Okay. We have, you seem a bit cocky, even too good for people. All right, those are the haters coming through. I guess you got a few of them. Because like I said, there are definitely people who are looking at you as someone who has a lot of romantic interests around. You know, that's not just people who are interested in you, that's people in general, okay? And then we have, when will you notice me? I've been feeling you. That speaks for itself, guys. That speaks for itself. Okay, last one. You guys are getting so many of you. That's so fun. All right. 11. I could see us being a couple. You're amazing. So again, you just have a lot of people. Let's pick up the extra messages for sure. And this kind of ranges from a whole scale. But yeah, that is what I've got for you, pile number 1. I really hope that you liked this reading. If you did, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you would like a personal reading from me, I would love to help you out. Go ahead and look my description box below for my services link, and that'll explain everything about a reading with me. Furthermore, I have the OG reading here today, and that's all about who's lurking on your social media, all right? So if you want to know about that, I got the tea for you. It's at the end of the video. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, love and light. Bye-bye. Hey there, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose Yin Yang, this is your reading, of course. Let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, it's all about why are people so addicted to you? All right, what's in your energy? What's that vibe? And I'm starting out with the Tarot Illuminati today. All right, so let's check it out. Actually, when I was shuffling these cards, I started hearing the One Direction song, You Don't Know You're Beautiful. So it's kind of like that. You know, people feel like you have this really, honestly, effervescent energy. That was the word that came to me. Very elegant, very sweet, kind, genuine, and very beautiful, all right, with the star here in reverse. But you come off as someone who's very, very humble, someone who is, you know, very sweet, you know, kind of maybe even keeps to themselves, but almost you don't realize like how gorgeous or really handsome you actually are. Yeah, people feel like you keep to yourself again, that you don't really let too many people into your space here with the the Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, this is a give and take relationship that's like having some trouble, and it's almost, I feel like you're just not really giving to a lot of people. You're like, I'm gonna give to myself. And you know, if people are showing up and they seem like the right people for me, you know, maybe I'll open up a little bit more. But you guys seem like you're just kind of doing your own thing, you know, and people are really attracted to that. A lot of people, especially those who, if you have like guy friends, or, you know, like friends of the, you know, the gender you're attracted to, those people specifically really see you as someone that they want to keep being friends with, but they also are attracted to, but they also don't want to ruin the friendship. It's like they just want to be in your life either way, and they don't want to rock the boat too much, because it seems like you are somebody who's not necessarily too interested in romance a lot of the time, you know? Or like you're very picky even. Okay. We have the Three of Pentacles. Maybe not even picky, but yeah, definitely maybe not interested in romance. But you are someone who's very cooperative though. Like you probably do have a lot of friends, you get along with people. But yeah, people have to prove themselves before they can call themselves your friend, you know? This is coming through as almost the reason why you don't have like a really big ego, and it's because you've done a lot of your healing work, you've done a lot of your shadow work. Like you're somebody who just like understands themselves and isn't trying to hold on to any baggage they may have. You're trying to, you know, let go of all those things, become light. You had the World card in reverse too. So people feel like you're somebody who is ever changing, ever evolving, ever growing for sure. And that you're always someone who's attending to your own garden, you know, to almost to the point where you don't see how beautiful the garden already is, because you're always way down in the weeds, you know, like taking stuff out of it. But, you know, other people see it, you know, from farther away, and it's like, wow, this beautiful, pristine, prim garden, like, wow, that's really been taken care of over the years, all right? Where you're looking at it more up close. And people feel that this leads you, or, you know, basically this leads you to the energy of being really non-judgmental, because I think that you've been through a lot yourself. You really understand, you know, what life is about, or, you know, if you feel like you don't, just that you've been through some stuff and you're still trying to, you know, like clean up whatever you can, even though you've done a lot of work already. So you come across as very non-judgmental, very much so like, yeah, I've been there, like, you know, I understand that, blah, blah. People appreciate it, you know? Okay, all right. What else have we got here? Let's go ahead and look at the Amira's Love Oracle. Why are people so addicted to you? All right. Okay, we got 3 right here. Passion. All right, passion. People definitely imagine having you in their arms, you know, hugging you, keeping you close, learning all your secrets in like an intimacy way. You know, they want to know like what makes you tick as well. And like there's definitely a lot of people have a lot of passion for you. They want to understand how your mind works. You know, it's very attractive to them. Family. Yeah, you're just someone that a lot of people can spend a lot of time with. You know, people don't get sick of your energy very easily. They really enjoy you. They really enjoy having you around for long periods of time even. A lot of people do see you as like close family. Your friends probably see you as family. Some of your friends probably have crushes on you. If you were thinking that, then definitely. All right, and we have control as well. You know, this almost feels like you are someone who very much so holds themselves to like a standard and is maybe even critical on themselves, you know, like definitely with the pruning your garden for sure analogy. I do feel like you could be someone who, yeah, really, you know, holds himself to a high standard. And people notice that, you know, like you don't just let yourself totally be. It's like people notice that you hold yourself a certain way, and you know, you live life a certain way. And a lot of people feel like that's really hard to do, especially when it comes to healing yourself. You know, when I say a certain way, I really mean that like you live life trying to heal yourself in the process. And, you know, a lot of people just kind of go by and don't necessarily think about that all the time. So it's like people almost sense that as like a self-control in a way. All right. Okay, what else have we got? Romance angels here. Why are people addicted to you? All right. Heart-to-heart conversations in reverse. Ooh, interesting. Again, you don't really talk to that many people. I feel like you talk to your circle of friends, and that's kind of it. Like, you aren't the most friendly people when they first meet you, especially with people who you may be like attracted to. You're like, I'm really gonna need to see what that energy is about. Like, I don't just let anybody in. I'm gonna need to hang out with you a few more times before we start getting buddy. You know, people really want to know maybe why that is, and they want to get close to you because now it's a challenge. Like, also you seem cool, so like, what's the dealio? You know, what is the dealio? Why are people addicted to you? For those who chose Yin Yang, why are people addicted to you? Okay, you have 2 here, so I'll take them. For yourself, I mean, absolutely. Like, it's time to take back control of your life. You've really done that in a lot of different ways, and that's what people love to be around you. You have freed yourself. You know, you have explored like the boundaries of your mind, and I'm being so dramatic, but you know what I'm talking about, you know? You're just there, and people really appreciate that, and they want to know how they can do that for themselves as well. You deserve love. Oh, this is a really nice last one to come out, at least for the Romance Angels deck. Because people, again, see this energy that you kind of hold yourself under this, like, a little bit of a self-critical energy, and they want to just, like, hold you, you know? They want to be like, you're doing great. Can you stop beating yourself up? Like, you're doing awesome. And, you know, life is hard, so, you know, you're doing the best you can. People just want to make you feel better about when you're self-critical, so that's really cute. All right, I'm going to get 2 more from the Soulful Woman deck. Why are others addicted to you? And guys, make sure to check out messages from Lexi. I did get this idea from her, and she recently put out a video. So guys, check out her channel. If you like this video, you're definitely gonna like hers. But yeah, then we have loving from the inside. It is a blessing to give myself the gift of my own presence. Just absolutely, absolutely. You are not lonely. You're just not lonely. Even when you're alone, you're not lonely. And people want to know how you do that. People really admire that. Why are people addicted to you? And why? Why are people addicted to you? Okay. Power of my voice. All right, so you guys could have a really beautiful voice as well. A really nice voice. Some of you could have like blue, green, like hazel eyes. I'm getting like colored eyes right now. What else? But yeah, really attractive voice. Some of you have curly hair, wavy hair. Some of you are like light brown hair, blonde hair, okay? A lot of you do have a very special connection to the divine as well, like being able to even like channel messages, you know, crown chakra is open, all right? Third eye kind of stuff. But what else here? I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion. Totally, you know, I do feel like you have a really like centered way of speaking. I'm not necessarily going to say soft, but a very centered way of speaking, a really nice tone. People want to listen to what you have to say, and people know that you have a lot of wisdom to give, okay? So it's like, wow, with your voice, you really help people understand themselves, all right? And that's a really powerful gift. So we're not done yet. Oh my God. I know, what a comeback reading. I took a week off if you didn't know that. So I have the channeled dice messages for you all. We're gonna go ahead and get 3 messages from this list I got. So why are people addicted to you? Pile number 2. What you got? Okay, we have 4 and 2, so also 6. Okay, 2 says, you're sexy, I can see us hanging out, okay? Period, all right? People think you're hot. They want to hang out with you. Oh, number 4, I've thought about dating you, okay? Seriously, a lot of people are seeing you as a great love interest, you know, really attractive. Okay, now 6 6 says, when will you notice me? I've been feeling you. Okay, seriously, there are some people who are like lurking around, possibly some friends who are into you, you know? People who have been checking your vibe and you've just been like, we're just been hanging out. But in actuality, they've actually been into you, okay? Some of you could even has the situation where someone is actually taking you on a date and you were like, no, we were just like hanging out. You know, we were just like it was normal. And you're like, or your friends are like, oh, this was a date. This is actually a date. Anyway, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new readings every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you would like a personal reading from me, take a shot every time I say reading. You can go ahead and look in my services, look at my description box for my services link, and that will have everything about a reading with me. Furthermore, I have the OG reading for you guys today, and that is all about who's lurking on your social media. All right, so if you want the tea, you know I got you. All right, so that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, bye-bye. Hey there, pal number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the first chakra, Archangel Michael, this is your reading, of course. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is, why are others so addicted to your vibe? What is up with you? And you actually got the most cards out of any of the decks so far, so that was pretty interesting. I'm starting off with the Tarot Illuminati today. Let's just go ahead and get into your messages now, all right? So we're starting off with the Emperor here. First of all, people see you as someone who's very reliable and very strong-willed and possibly even strong in body, you know, like you could have a really like fit physique for some of you guys. I mean, look at this, angel's ripped. And and you definitely seems as to be someone who's very reliable, really has their life together, really knows where they're going. You don't have to be this way actually in real life, but people do see you as that kind of person, all right? And it's almost that a lot of you guys actually may not see this energy. A lot of you guys possibly are really humble, and we have the Sun card in reverse here. So it's like, you may not even see how fantastic you really are. You may not see how hot you really are, like, you know, like consistently sexy. And you may not know how great of a catch you are. And people see that as being almost like very approachable, you know, so they can actually talk to you. Because if you really knew how hot you were, like maybe you wouldn't talk to them. They kind of feel, so they're kind of excited about it a little bit. Like, okay, great, maybe I have like a chance with them. But you just seem so nice, so warm as well, really welcoming, you know, almost like, how could someone this attractive and like in this great energy and has their life together be this kind? It's like, I didn't think people like you existed, is kind of what I'm getting. All right, then we have the Seven of Cups. This was so funny the way this came out, because I was getting the energy of people feel like you have a lot of options in love. People feel like you have a lot of options, or like you're trying to explore a lot of different opportunities, right? And discover like where you want to, the path you want to go down. People are hoping that you're going to discover them, you know? This was right underneath when I shuffled the cards. They're like, I hope you discover me. I hope you discover how great I am and well, we could be together. So you have quite a few people who are kind of looking at you like that, you know? I'm even getting the energy of, you could have people who are actively manifesting you, you know, even to the point of making like love spells. I'm not saying anybody has been like love cursed or anything like that, you know, but I do feel like people are paying extra special attention to you, and those who, you know, may manifest, especially if you do know somebody who's into manifestation and is also into you. That's a combo. That's definitely, they could definitely be sending you some extra special energy to get you to be interested in them, all right? People are hoping you're there. People are hoping that they're going to be what you discover on your path. And then we have the King of Wands. I mean, just overall, very attractive person. This could be my pile where my guys are. Shout out to my guys. Because you guys see in my comments, like, don't forget about us. I'm sorry. I haven't forgot about you, I swear. But yes, or people with a lot of like more masculine energy. You could have a lot more masculine energy, but people just see you as very sexy. Even like my androgynous peeps over here, all right? It's like, you know, very, very sexy vibes, all right? Why are people are so addicted to you? All right, these are the Spiral Tarot. I reshuffled just a little bit, guys, just a little bit. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this is interesting because I pulled these separately from one another. I did not pull them like right after one another. I'm getting the vibe that like you guys have your stuff together. Even it could be that people perceive you as someone who's not so easy to get to know, that you could like keep people at an arm distance, or maybe you actually do keep people at an arm's length. You're not totally forthcoming with everybody, even when people do try and get to know you, because I do feel like you're friendly still, but maybe you just aren't want to spill all of your secrets, or like want to talk about your life so much. You're more into like listening to people and seeing what they're about, but not necessarily like telling everybody about your life. You're like, okay, that's great, like like go off, Susan, like whatever. If your name is Susan, go off. But it just could be like, I don't mean to over explain, that people think that you're not very into divulging about yourself. All right. It does feel like you're somebody who self-analyzes a lot, maybe even to the point of being a little bit like critical, because you're trying to really grow yourself. All right. Also, people see you as being very thoughtful as well, being very, very thoughtful. If you are somebody who ever like struggles with social anxiety, people mostly see this as just being very thoughtful. Like you're really thinking about what you want to say next. All right. Yeah, maybe people see that you're always working on yourself. So that's kind of why you don't see how much you've done already. Okay. Behind the scenes, there are people who are almost in competition over you, talking amongst themselves about like who's gonna bag you, whatever, who's gonna cuff. It's quite interesting. Most definitely. And then the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is kind of nice though, because people feel that you are somebody who's very genuine. You're somebody who really wants the best out of life. You're not trying to like make people have this energy over you. You're not trying to make people, like fight or argue over you. You're probably very oblivious to it. So you're just gonna do your own thing. People see that as very genuine. All right, let's check out the Amira's Love Oracle now. Why are people addicted to you? Okay, soulmates. Most definitely, yes, people do see you as a soulmate. They see you as somebody that they could, fall in love with. You're someone who a lot of people believe that they are soulmates with, but they're probably not. Okay, why are people addicted to you? Wallflower. Okay, yes, definitely. Like, you're someone who does stand out, though. I mean, do you see this card says Wallflower, but yet this person has a spotlight on them, So it's that you may believe yourself to be more of a wallflower, but in actuality, you do have the spotlight on you. People are noticing you. So we got, why are people addicted to you? Okay, Ice Queen. Interesting, Ice Queen. Yeah, you're just not really one to be totally forthcoming with like how you feel about people. People may say that you're hard to read, okay, but at the same time you're very friendly. You're very, like you could have a year-long friendship with someone and they still don't know much about you, like at all. You just don't really talk that much about yourself, but you're very into supporting others. You're kind of mysterious in that way. These are the Romance Angels. Why are people addicted to you? Let me know. Okay. Release your ex. Okay. The time has come to clear your energy. All right. So I don't feel like this is about you. I do feel like your exes are probably still into you, especially if you've ever said to someone, I think you're soulmates, or this person has said to you, I think we're soulmates. That person in particular is not over you yet. All right. We have separation in reverse as well. People just feel like there's this wall that maybe you put up, and maybe you don't, maybe you do, that they want to break down. They want to get closer to you, Okay. All right, healing family issues. Sorry, I wasn't thinking of the question. Why are people so addicted to you? Why are people so addicted? Okay. New love in reverse. Okay. Once people start to like you, they really don't get you out of their mind for a long time. I have to say that. New love in reverse. It's like you've been the new love that people want to get with for like maybe years now. You know what I mean? That they still just haven't gone with you. Like I said, there are quite a few people on the outskirts who are into you. All right, people that you just may not know of. All right, you may know of them, but you don't know that they're into you like this. All right, who is addicted to you, or like why they're addicted to you? Asking opens a pathway. When I ask questions of my inner being, I discover that beautiful and helpful answers always come to me. You know, it really just seems like you have this inner wisdom about you. You know, you have this inner guide that people find to be very attractive. Like, people are wondering how you are so established, or even how you come back from struggles in the way that you do. Also, I'm seeing that you guys are probably very physically attractive, okay? Like very beautiful faces, very handsome faces. It's like really attractive people. All right, the unknown. I bow to the infinite intelligence of the cosmos, and my next steps are revealed. Again, it's a lot of self-trust. It's a lot of self-love. You know, people really notice that you have this awareness of your path. And even if you don't necessarily know every step, you know that you have to trust to get there. And I think people around could be having more trouble with that, and they're like looking up to you as like, damn, maybe you're just someone who just goes for it and it works out for you, and that's really attractive. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up now with the channeled dice messages. I'm gonna go ahead and get 3 messages for you. Pile number 3, how appropriate. Let's go ahead and see why people are addicted to you and what they want to say to you. All right, for pile number 3, what do people want to say to them? Why are they addicted? 1 and 5. All right, 1 says, I am about ready to reach out and text you. Okay, say less. So you could really have somebody who's kind of tired of waiting from the sidelines, and they're like, I really have to just make a move on this person. I wonder who that could be. I feel like we didn't get too many indications of who that could be. Surprise then. All right, so 5 says, you seem a bit cocky, even too good for people. Ooh, okay, interesting. Again, I just don't feel like you guys are even in that energy. I feel like people are taking your bomb energy and feeling like, oh, like they must think they're the shit because blah, 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 blah. But really, you guys are quite humble, and maybe just very, very cute. So people are like, what the hell? You know? Okay, now 6 says, when will you notice me? I've been feeling you. Okay, a lot of people are getting 6. The way that I said that. Okay, a lot of people could be having sex soon, because a lot of people are getting the number 6. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, there are people in the outskirts who are into you, just waiting for you to notice them. Interesting. All right, pile number 3. That is what I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and if you would like a personal reading from me, I would love to help you out. Look at my description box down below, and that is where I have my services link, and that'll explain everything about a reading with me. Furthermore, I have the OG reading for you guys today. That's all about who's lurking on your social media. So if you want to know, I got it for you right over there. You already know what it is at the end of the video. And that is it, okay? Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, love and light. Bye-bye. Hey there, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the appreciation card, this of course is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm starting off with the Tarot Illuminati today, and this is, why are others so addicted to you? All right, let's go ahead and check this out. All right, so we have the Judgment card in reverse here. Okay, so straight off the bat, you definitely seem like someone who is very accepting of people. Someone who kind of knows what life is like, and you are someone who is very kind, very kind, but at the same time, you don't take any BS from people. You know what I mean? Like, you are very wise. I feel like you know all the tricks when it comes to life. You know, you've been there, done that. People try and like play dating games with you. You're like, cut it. Like, I already saw what you're up to. But also you're very kind. At the same time, like you've been there before, either like doing it or having it done to you. So it's like I have some kind of like interesting empathy. It's like you're very kind to people even when they try and like mess you over, but you'll call them out with a smile on your face. It's like, whoa, you have this fierce self-appreciation for yourself, but also this appreciation for others that is really such a combination. Like, damn. Okay, so 2 of Wands in reverse here. This tells me that a lot of people want to make plans with you. A lot of people want to move forward with you, but you don't necessarily want to move forward with a lot of people. You know, you maybe don't let a lot of people into your life very easily. Maybe you have a small circle of friends. You know, you're pretty picky with who you allow into your life. I think that you most definitely have a lot of acquaintances, a lot of people who think you're attractive, a lot of people who like your vibe, you know, like to hang out with you from time to time, but not necessarily a lot of friends. Like maybe you guys are very tight with that term, you know? And people want to get to know you and make plans with you more, but you're like, I feel like you could be the kind of person even to like skip out an event even if you said you were going to go, because you're like, no, I'm not feeling it today. Like, I'm not feeling this vibe. And like, people are like, oh, what the hell? Like, I thought you would like be there, but you just weren't feeling it. You're like, no, like I had a feeling this is going to be bad. And you heard the food was bad later. You know what I mean? And you're like, totally, I shouldn't have gone. I was totally right. Okay, 5 of Swords here. People kind of feel like you play games with them for this reason. I don't necessarily see it as like game playing. I see it as like, you know what you like, you know what you don't like. I actually feel like you're quite direct with people, but since you're nice, people are like, why are you smiling in my face? I can't be happy and have boundaries. What's the issue? But that's kind of energy that I'm getting here. Like, people see you as looking out for number one. People see you as, you know, having your best interest at heart, and that's it. And it's like, is that the whole point? Like, you know what I mean? Not to the detriment of others. You know what I mean? Not to the detriment of others, but just for, you know, the benefit of yourself, you know? If you skip it on an event here and there because, like, you know, you want to say you got something going on, you got plans, it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to stay inside. And people are like, oh my God, you're playing games with my heart just because they're really invested in you. All right, then we have the 2 of Pentacles. It's like you have a lot going on in life as well. I feel like you're someone who's probably very busy, and spending time with you is almost like, you know, hitting the slot machine and like having it work out for you. Like, you're not always available is what I'm trying to say. So when you can really make things work and like you can really make plans work, it's like, oh my God, like you're around. I really appreciate your vibe, because you don't just let anybody like take you anywhere or like, you know, walk all over you and say, you need to come here, you need to do this, you need to do that, just to like be around you. You're like, okay, like I have my own life and things I need to take care of. So interesting. All right, why are people addicted to your vibe? Why are people addicted to you? This is a Spiral Tarot. Okay, Strength in reverse. It's you guys like don't really hold back, you know, in a way that is productive. I think that, you know, when it comes to picking needless fights, you're not really one to do that. You're not going to start a fight out of nowhere. But at the same time, if someone is throwing you some shady shit, you're probably going to call them out on it, but in a really kind way. Like, you're not one to start a bunch of drama, but you are one to call people out when, you know, someone needs to be checked. You're not afraid to check somebody, you know? People respect it. People respect because you do it in a kind way, you know? Ace of Cups here. You really just go where the good energy takes you, you know? You're someone who's good vibes, just having your own thing, and you want people around you who are gonna, you know, make you smile, who are gonna make you feel good. You want experiences that you know are gonna be positive. I don't feel like you spend your energy on things that you feel won't go the right way for you. You know, you're like, I kind of know what I like now, God forbid, and I'm not really gonna just hang around anywhere. You know, I gotta know it's gonna fit my vibe because I know my vibe is. That's you. Anyway, so the lovers here, it makes you feel special. You know, it makes you feel special when you do choose them, when you do choose to like hang around them, when you know, when you have time for them, because it's like, you know, not that you could be doing so many other things, but it's like, okay, well, first of all, yeah, I do know that you're busy, and also that you curate the people you hang out with. It's not like, you know, it's not like you just get yourself into any situation that could be, you know, like, I don't want to say bad vibes. I mean, how many times am I going to say vibes? But you know what I'm talking about. Like, that could be less positive. You really only hang around people who are positive, and others know that. So when you choose to hang out with them, it's like, I must be awesome, because appreciation chooses to appreciate me. So it's pretty exciting. All right, Queen of Swords. You guys just have boundaries. You have a schedule. You know, a budget. I'm just kidding. But things you have to, you know, like look out for. It's like you have responsibilities, and you can't necessarily give people all your time any longer. And so it does make your time more valuable to a lot of people. Okay, point blank, period. So let's go ahead and check out the Amira's Love Oracle now. Why are others addicted to you? For those who chose appreciation. Ooh, freedom. Most definitely freedom. I do feel like a lot of you like pay your own bills, you do your own thing, you make your own money. You know, even if you are, you know, if that's not the case, you're still someone who has a lot of freedom, a lot of mental freedom, a lot of freedom of choice. Like, you know, what kind of places you want to hang out with, what kind of people you want to hang out with. It just doesn't seem like you rely on anybody if for your validation or things like that. You rely on yourself, and so it really makes you like feel very free to other people. You know, you're just kind of doing your own thing. You're a free spirit. You go where the happiness takes you. Right? Why are people addicted to your vibe? Okay, dating. Okay, maybe you're oh gosh, I have to say what I'm thinking. So maybe you can even be known in your city as someone who's like really cute. You know, maybe you've been on the dating apps for a hot minute. People have been checking out your profile. They're like, okay, I've been seeing this person around. Like, you are looking really cute to me. I may have to, you know, like swipe right or like try and get the rematch with me again, you know, change the pictures up or something, because I want to take this person on a date. I do feel like you have people around you who want to take you on a date. People feel like you would be a good date. People also feel that you are, you know, classy, you're elegant. I mean, people are toasting some wine, you know? So, under the moonlight with a tablecloth. So, it's, you know, it's very fancy vibes. I feel like you're kind of fancy. All right, why are people still addicted to you? All right, last one here. Fair male. Okay, well, first of all, the message is that they feel like you are a fair person. You know, again, it's like if you check someone, it's usually well earned, like it's pretty fair, and you're someone who does it kindly. Also, there could be someone of a fair skin tone who's into you, someone who has even like light eyes, light hair. Doesn't necessarily have to be fair skin. It could be fair features, or it could be another person who's also fair in the same way that you are, as in a kind and, you know, like a person who sees both sides. Interesting. Alrighty, let's go ahead and look at the romance angels. Why are others addicted to you? Okay, chemistry. You have chemistry with everybody. Okay, you get along with most everybody. And I think it's because you're so chill. Again, you've been there, done that kind of thing, and people feel they can learn from you as well. You know, and vice versa. You're not someone who feels like you learn everything to the point where other people have nothing to teach you. You know, you're very much so like, everybody has something to add to my life, everybody has something to teach me in maybe some way or another. So people like talking to you. You're very easy to talk to. Okay, retreat. People really want to get you alone. You know, people really want to, you know, experience your vibe in private. You know, see what you're like. Maybe when you've had a glass of wine or two, when you're like kind of tipsy or whatever, like when you're kind of loose, you know? People are interested in that. Okay. Why are others addicted to you? Just one last card. Okay. Then we have unrequited love in reverse. So I'm really sensing that there are quite a few people that you've gone on a date with, you've hung out with a few times, and they are still into you, okay? This fair male person could be someone like that, someone that you've gone on a previous date with and they're still thinking about you. I'm definitely seeing that oh my God, I got the saddest imagery. Oh no, I'm not even gonna say that. Now I have to say it, right? Jesus, oh my gosh, I can't actually. It's like culturally sensitive. My spirit guys need to see it in a different way. But you leave a lot of broken hearts behind you, a trail of broken hearts. You can see what my spirit guys were going with that. I was like, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, you guys definitely leave a trail of broken hearts behind you. Like people are, very, they want to spend time with you again. Okay, last two cards here, and then we're gonna get some channeled dice messages. Why are others addicted to you? Why are others addicted to you? All right, grace in reverse as well. It came out in reverse as well. When I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. From the outside, you do seem very effortless and vibrant. The message in reverse is that you can turn on someone real quick, like not turn on them like in a backstabby way, but if someone is having a vibe you don't like you're quick to call them out on it. Again, in a very graceful way, in a very elegant way. And really this is done to the point where people can actually see what you're talking about. When you do call them out, it's like, okay, well maybe there was actually some truth to that, But yeah, people see you as being very graceful even when you're in conflict with somebody. All right, so then we have the power of self-talk. I actually did finish this reading and then went back because my camera was full. Anyway, so this is the card that we got next, and it's the power of self-talk. When my self-talk is kinder, I am empowered in my capacity to pursue my dreams and believe in myself. All right, yeah, people really do get this sense of self-appreciation, a lot of wisdom from you, and they feel like you've had to really understand the depths of your mind to get to that place, and that you must have mastered self-talk. You must have mastered something about your mind to be able to have the kind of empathy that you do, and also to be so not even just tolerant of people but very accepting of people, even when they're in darker places, even when they don't act in ways that are appropriate. You don't call out, you call in. That could be a popular term that you've heard of, and if you haven't, that just more means that you call someone out for their behavior. You don't necessarily call them out for what kind of person they are, or what kind of values they have. You don't get that deep with them. They're like, hey, kind of just hey, that wasn't cool, man. All right, so let's go ahead and get your channeled dice messages now and wrap things up. All right, we're gonna get 3 messages from here. So what do we have for you? Pile number 4. What are your channeled dice messages? Here we go. All right, we have 4 and also 6. Okay, so that's 10. Let's see. I've thought about dating you. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, so there are definitely some people here who are, very interested in you. People who you've even just kind of been I'm really busy. I don't necessarily have time for this, whatever. But you have quite a few people around you who would like to make a move towards you. All right. We have 6, which says, when will you notice me? I've been feeling you. Okay, so yeah, most definitely people have been feeling your vibe. People have been into you lately. Okay, people on the outskirts who you don't necessarily think are into you. Oh my gosh, stop. Because 10 says, just give me a chance, I'll rock your world. Oh, wow. So you most definitely have people who are on the sidelines, who are trying to get away with you, who are trying to, get to know you better, get to know what makes you tick, your vibe. Interesting. So yeah, that is what I have for you, pile number 4. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and if you would like a personal reading from me, I would love to help you out. Go ahead and look at my description box below, and that is where I have my services link, and that'll explain everything about a reading with me. Furthermore, I have the OG reading for you guys today. That's going to be all about who is lurking on your social media. Coming up in just a few seconds, so you do not want to miss that tea because it's piping hot always. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, love and light. Bye-bye. Hello to my OGs who stayed to the very end of the video. I'm so happy to have you all here today. If you're watching this right at the time that I post this, thanks so much for watching the OG reading, and thanks for being patient while I was out for a rollerblading injury for the week. I was trying to go down a hill, and you know how that goes. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the OG reading. Oh, before I forget, I also want to give another shout out to messages from Lexi. Guys, that is where I got my topic from today, so be sure to check out her video. She did another video with the same topic, I feel like a few days ago, so she really inspired me. And I'd love for you guys to go check out her channel, Messages from Lexi. Okay, Messages by Lexi. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into this. Who is lurking on your social media? All right, who is it? For my OGs, who is lurking on their social media? Interesting. Huh. Okay. So this is somebody who is in really good energy. Okay, I have to say that I did record this before, and then it didn't capture. My camera was full, and now the message is different, so it's kind of really interesting. All right, I'm gonna go with whatever they gave me, of course, but it's like a whole different vibe, a whole different person. The other person was someone that you've probably been with before, someone who was, you know, like possibly even getting like signs about this relationship, and just like was emotionally closed off in the past, but they said that they had an intense connection with you. This is now somebody different, okay? So that message could apply for some of you as well, so I wanted to relay it quickly. But this is someone who actually, I feel like, especially if y'all are single, if you're single, I feel like your crush could actually be lurking on your page. I know some of you guys are like, oh my God, stop it. I'm really sensing that someone's into you, okay? For some of you, it may not be exactly the person that you're into, but there's someone stable though. There's someone who's a good match for you. That's why I feel like it could probably be your crush. All right, so we have the Temperance card here. This is someone who is like very much so in good spirits a lot of the time, someone who has really nice emotional equilibrium, someone who seems like they've done their healing work, somebody stable, all right, someone really kind as well. This could also be someone who you've had a friendship with for a while and you've been interested in, all right, or you're kind of building a friendship with, someone older than you possibly, with more money than you even. What else have we got? This is someone, especially if you've known them for a long time, who's gotten over a lot of struggles, who's become a better person, like right before your eyes. Someone who's doing much better in life than they were previously, possibly. The wall's in reverse. Yeah, but they've been definitely holding back in the realm of telling you that they like you, or letting it be known that they're very interested in you, okay? They have plans to kind of divulge this, but their plans are not immediate plans. It's more like, oh, I see this happening like a year, 2, 3 down the road, because they're like really nervous about asking you out, but because they don't want to rock the boat too much. Okay, what else have we got here? For my OGs, who is lurking on their social media? This is most definitely someone that you know. This is most definitely someone that you know and that you possibly even hang out with. This could even be an old friend who you no longer talk to, but you know of. You know, this person you look on your social media for that. This person could be kind of blunt to the point, but in a way that's like kind of charming a lot of the time. Sometimes it's in a way that's like, damn, man, like you meant to say that. But yeah, this person is honest to a fault even. Could be kind of edgy as well. Could be someone who's kind of edgy. Just because they're reliable now doesn't mean that they always were. And in fact, I feel like you two could have had this relationship in the past that was really beneficial in the way that this person may have not been looking at all the ways that they could have improved their life, or they could have become a better person, and you planted some seeds in them that really grew, and it helped them see the sides of themselves that weren't so pleasant. You know, it helped them really understand themselves better, and that could be why they're in such a stable place now. Okay, very interesting. Let's go ahead and look at the romance angels then. Who is lurking on your social media? For my OGs. I like this message better anyway. All right, what else have we got? Wedding in reverse. Okay, things are getting more serious, but at the same time, they're also not, okay? This person is full of indecision when it comes to reaching out to you, talking to you, making something, you know, more serious with you. They like you a lot for sure, and they want to move forward, but they are very scared. I even heard the word petrified, so you know, take that as a will. I do feel like, again, this person's more afraid to rock the boat and maybe leave a friendship with you than they are to, I don't know. They're afraid of getting rejected, essentially. Let go of control issues. Yeah, this is someone who's having a hard time doing that with you. I feel like in their own life, though, they're someone who's pretty free, very open, maybe possibly artistic, okay? But they're having a hard time letting go of control issues in this relationship. They want to appear a certain way to you. They want to come off a certain way. They don't want to just ask about all willy-nilly. They want to have a plan. So they just can't let go of this. All right, who is lurking on your social media? Give your relationship a chance, okay? Work on your partnership. Absolutely. This is someone who wants to work on the partnership with you, someone who wants you to give them a chance. They also want them to give it a chance because they're so afraid to go for it that they're not even giving the relationship a chance at all. Okay. Okay, I think you guys know who this is, all right? Since I did channel you know. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up with these channel dice messages, all right? And we'll see what you get. For my OGs, what does this person want to say to them? Who's been lurking on their social media, and what do they want to say to them? Okay, so we have 3 and 6, so also 9. You're intimidating. I'm feeling jealous. Ooh, interesting. So, yeah, this person feels like, I'm getting the vibe of almost this person could believe that you're out of their league because they are so afraid to come forward to you. I think that they feel that you see them as who they used to be in this more, you know, past sense, and they can't get past that, and it's, you know, possibly making them nervous, thinking about coming back to you, thinking about reintroducing themselves to you. Okay, so 6. When will you notice me? I've been feeling you. Almost every pile has gotten this, if not every pile. Yeah, this person isn't feeling your vibe. They feel like you two could also be in some kind of separation, like you're not talking as much right now, but this is like a heavy presence like back in the day for you. They feel like they've always been, you know, keeping a tabs on you, keep noticing you, but like you're just kind of busy doing your own thing. All right, then we have 9. Oh, okay. I'm upset at the amount of attention you get. Ooh, stop it. Okay, it could be that they feel like they're in competition with other people as well. Like it's really difficult for them to get your attention because the other people taking it, there are other sources that require your attention, whether that be work, business, whatever. But they want to have a slice of the pie, so to speak, all right? And they also could be a little bit jealous if you have like a lot of like romantic interest, if you're in a relationship, anything like that, okay? All right, so that is what I've got for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed today's reading. If you did, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you're an OG and you're not subscribed, it doesn't really make much sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't make much sense. So if you want, you can hit that red button, subscribe to my channel, and make, you know, OG subscribed. I think it just like, those are synonyms, right? Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I will talk to you in the next one. All right, of course. Lots of love and light. Bye-bye.